Well, Coach, no rain in the forecast. That's the good news, but it is a chilly December day here in the Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Seattle Seahawks. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, on 133. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Like that.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And that's not the start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Say, 0, 0, 0. Got it. 52. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Double count right here, double count.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Hey, check. Mike 52.
Guys, it's game situation. Alert. Mike 52. Good side.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of the game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Check 26, check 26.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They run again on first down, Chubb. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 44, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here we go. Shift. 20 right, 20 right.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. Gets it to Strong. And he lost the football. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Hey, Delta.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Regular.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Ratley. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Myles Garrett, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Check 52.
Here's Wilson to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
I'm coming after you. No. Off. Still got 4 down. Mike 52, Mike 52.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
Check.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Check three. Switch.
Alert. Front left.
Hey,
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
No pass.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Mike 90.
Mike 52 right here.
Hold up.
QB draw.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
14. Got it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Slam, slam.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Myers' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there, 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Browns' drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Quick, lady. 12. Screen, that's a screen. Good.
They'll run on first down. Milton, and they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Flushed it, and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Check 3.
Check. Gun.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Operating from the gun. Wilson looking for the end zone. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
The Browns drive about to get started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Hey, alert, 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 alert!
Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Looking for strong, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Touch 50, touch 50. 53's mine.
All day, every day. Go. 53's the mic. 53's the mic. I got you.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Shift! Watch the shift!
Alert, 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 alert.
53, check 53.
Now Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Hey!
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
From the 40 now on second down. Wilson is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Watch a slack, watch a slack. Watch a slack.
Wilson operating from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. 9 yards that time.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now Wilson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Under crunch.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right?
Wilson now to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
He's not going to get me. Check 37. Check 37.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Good. 20.
Double dog, that's the way.
Mayfield down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Mayfield now, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, we're 33.
They'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 18 on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd.
That's the score. Browns 10.
Joseph now to kick this one away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it out past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Whip. Watch the whip. Switch. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52.
To throw is Wilson. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the gun, Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield finding Green complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Carl Lawson in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Go! Regular!
Here's Mayfield. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
19. One left. Hey, 0. 52.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson, he'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Second and 11 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He'll find his man on the comeback route, complete. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Tighten up.
Front left. Check.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Good. Good job right there.
On first down, Wilson. With the right side here, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
I'm starting to wonder here. Are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield. I think they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. In for the score. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Harold Landry in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now Mayfield. Alluding to crank, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. He's back to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. And this one is right through. And we are all tied at 16 apiece. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Switch gears.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
You better bring it. Go 14. Trump. Right 52.
They can't hang with us.
No. Check that. Go 14. I got him. Check 13. Check 13.
52.
Now Wilson, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, a give to Penny. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set.
52's the mic, right?
Touch 50.
Target. Check 4.
Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Buying time to his left. Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
We got this.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. What can Mayfield do here in the OT? To him as he's taken down. Harold Landry in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left in this overtime session and still all time. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Alert!
A run for Nick Chubb. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long.
Marquise Brown tackle. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's...
Hey, alert! Bravo!
Kill. Check nickel. Kill.
Now Mayfield.
Set.
He's got the completion to Strong. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Run. King. Hey, exit.
Mayfield to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now a give, right side. Green. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Third and long for Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Cleveland, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.